Setting up Azure monitoring on one VM is easy. What if you have 50 or 100 VMs? Are you going to configure DCR manually on each one? In this video, I'll show you how to automatically apply monitoring to all VMs using Azure Policy and no manual work. Normally, for Azure monitoring, we create data collection rules and assign them manually. But in real environments, new VMs keep getting created, some virtual machines miss monitoring, and there's no standard enforcement. Basically, you have to go manually check if the virtual machine has been added to a specific data collection rule and what type of data we want to collect from the VM. And to fix this is where Azure Policy comes in and solves the problem. So in this demo, I'll assign a policy that will automatically install the Azure Monitor agent and attach the data collection rule for the data we want to collect, and also will verify logs in Analytics Workspace. So in the Azure portal, I'll show you from end to end virtual machines, the data collection rule, and the destination workspace. So if you go to virtual machines, we have three machines already created. That is in the different subscription. We have demo Linux VM, then the demo Windows VM, and other Linux VM. This will be our source. And for the data we want to collect, we have already created a DCR that is named with policy demo, and it already has the information. Like for the Linux syslog, we'll add one for the Windows machine, that is Windows event logs. We'll select system and then next destination, and the destination will select the workspace. Right, so data collection rule is already created and we have specified what data we want to collect, and in the resources we have not selected any virtual machine. We'll basically add the virtual machine with the Azure built-in policy. Next, third, with the destination we have is the workspace, right, where all our data is going to get stored, and after the policy setup we'll verify from here. Right, now to search for Azure Policy, we'll search and we'll see the option here. And to give you a background in the Azure Policy, under authoring we have definition, and definition basically includes what kind of policy it is, what it will take care, and the category it comes under. And under assignments is basically where we assign the policy. So we have assign policy and assign initiative. These two serves different purposes. So assign policy is a single policy that will take care of one function. For example, we want to assign a policy that will automatically add a virtual machine to backup. In the initiative, we will have multiple policies that is combined together and serves a single function. Like in this case, we are going to have an initiative that will install the agent on the virtual machine, the data collection rule as well. And now to assign the policy, we'll go to assign initiative. The number one thing is the scope, where we want the policy to get assigned. For example, we can assign the policies at the management group, subscription, resource group, and that way we can narrow down the scope. So for this case, I'll apply that at the management group level, and it will automatically cascade to all other subscriptions. And under exclusion is basically where we want to exclude a specific resource or a resource group or a subscription. Right, we can do that from here. I'll go to next, that is the initiative definition, and definition is where we select the policy which we are going to use, and we'll search for Azure Monitor agent. So when you search for Azure Monitor agent, we get deploy Windows Azure Monitor agent with user assigned identity authentication and associate data collection rule. Right, so for both Windows and Linux we would need a separate policy. We'll proceed with deploy Windows first and then add, and next we can give an optional description and a policy enforcement enabled or disabled. Next, parameters, and in here we need to give the data collection rule ID, that is will automatically use that data collection rule to install the agent. For data collection rule ID, we'll open our DCR. To see the data collection rule ID, I will go to JSON view, and you can copy from here, right, and I'll go back and paste. So for this option we can use our on user assigned managed identity, which we create specific for this purpose, or else we can keep it the false, that is it will use the virtual machine identity for that machine. Next, I'll go to remediation, and this does not allow the remediation task. Next, we'll go to create a managed identity, and this will be the identity that will basically have the permission to make the changes on your resources, like adding the virtual machine to the data collection rule and enabling identity on the machine. So for all those changes, policy needs identity that can take action on its behalf. So we'll use the system assigned identity, and the region will keep Central India. And then next it says that it needs permission to take action, and the user who is creating this policy needs to have the permissions to create identity and then also assign these permissions, right? So if a user does not have the permission, the policy will not get created. And next we'll go to compliance message, and in here you can type down a message when VM does not have monitoring enabled, right? Below you can see all the policies. So this initiative basically have these all policies that works together to perform the installation and all its function. And then next, and now we'll click on create. So initiative assignment is succeeded, and now it is assigning the role. Now for Windows is created, now we'll assign for Linux. For Linux we'll assign the scope same as tenant, and then the initiative definition, what kind of policy we want to attach. So we'll search for Azure Monitor Agent. So previously we used Windows Agent and user assigned identity based authentication. In the Linux one, I'll show you the other method, that is we'll not use the user assigned managed identity. We'll just use the configure Linux machines to run agent and then associate the data collection rule and not the user assigned identity and add. In this case, it's going to rely on the machine system based identity, right? Next, we'll go to paste the data collection rule ID and we'll use the same which we have copied from here, and then next, and then the managed identity. Now for this case also we'll create a new identity and then next, and then we'll leave as it is, and then next review and create. So now we have the two policies created, that is for Windows and Linux. Now let's do a refresh, and now the assignment is completed and we can see the two policies, Windows and Linux. And now to check the status of the policy, which machines have the agent installed and which does not, we'll go to compliance. So we have the policy and we can see the compliance state. Under compliance we have the resources which are enabled and which are not. So we can see the status, currently it does not have any agent and it is at 0%. So if we open the Windows one, we can see the resources Linux VM, demo Linux VM and demo Windows VM. Even if you see the Linux virtual machines, the agent will not get installed on these VMs because this will work only on Windows machine. And before all this, we'll go to the virtual machine and verify the agent is not installed. So I'll go to my Linux Windows virtual machine and check the extension, and you can see the agent is not there. And other aspect of this policy is that this policy will work only on the resources which are created new. So we'll quickly create a virtual machine. So when we create a virtual machine, while deploying, it will automatically check if any policy is assigned to this scope, and because our policy is in the tenant, it's going to automatically install the agent. And now we'll create a VM and see if the agent gets installed automatically and the DCR gets attached. So we'll create a VM after demo, right? And we are going to keep as Ubuntu and the size same and put the credentials. And now next disk and standard STD so that I don't get the high cost, and then networking we'll leave as it is. We'll go to next management, next monitoring, advanced, review and create. So the virtual machine is created and let's wait for the agent to get installed automatically. Now the VM is created, we'll go to resource and the extension. We'll wait for the policy to get started and install the agent. So under compliance in the Linux policy, we'll see that the one machine is compliant, that is one machine has the data collection rule associated. So if we go to non-compliant resources, we have a demo Linux VM. So the data collection rule got successfully associated, and if you remember when we created the Linux policy, it does not enable the user-based identity. Instead, it depends on the identity that needs to be enabled by ourselves manually while creating or after the virtual machine is created. So this policy will depend upon the system-based identity, as you can see, and if the system-based identity is not there, the agent will not get installed, right? Now to verify that, if you go to the data collection rule, machine got successfully attached to the data collection rule. But if we go inside, we do not see the Azure Monitor agent because this policy depends upon identity needs to be there before. And if we go to identity, when we created the Linux virtual machine, we didn't enable, and that's why the agent also did not get installed. So to work this properly, the agent needs to be there, and after that, the agent will get installed automatically. So we'll enable this manually. And this was for Linux, and if we go similarly for Windows machine that I created right after creating Linux machine. So my video got stopped and I was creating the virtual machine. Anyways, I've created the Windows virtual machine after the policy creation, as the policy depends upon the, if we go to the compliance and to the Windows policy, we would see that if we expand, this policy depends upon the user assigned managed identity that we created while we enable the policy, right? And in here we already specified which identity it will enable on all the servers and not rely on the system based identity. Now if I go back to the Windows machine which I created, that is Windows VM, we can go to identity. We can see we do not have the system identity enabled, but we would have the user, and this is what is going to be utilized by the agent for the data collection and then move the data to the DCR and the destination. So if I go to extension, we would see the agent installed, and if we go to activity log as well, we would see that the data collection rule association was started by this user, which is Azure Policy, right? It was not initiated by me, and similarly for the agent as well. So if I go back to the data collection rule, we'll see that data collection resource was automatically added by the policy, that is Windows VM. Now we have the two virtual machines that is enabled on the data collection rule. And if I go back to the Linux VM agent extension, finally we have the Linux agent also installed because we enabled the identity ourselves. Linux machine will utilize a system-based identity for the installation, and after we enable system-based identity, the policy will utilize this identity that needs to be created first, and then we'll install the agent, right? So now both the machines are connected and to the DCR, and the agent is also installed. Now we'll go to the workspace. Now in the workspace, if we search for logs, and then the data collection we have enabled is for syslog. So I'll go to KQL and then search syslog and run, and we are seeing the data. And let's check for which machines we are getting the logs. Currently we have the Linux virtual machine in the syslog because syslog is for Linux machine only and it is working fine. And Windows, we will search for event and then run, and if we search for computer, we have Windows virtual machine. So both the Windows virtual machine and the Linux, we are seeing the data, and the automatic installation for both the virtual machines got enabled automatically after we created them. So policies which we create works for only machines which we created after the policy creation and not for the existing, and this policy will automatically take care of rest of the machines which we create later on. And now if we have multiple virtual machines already present before we created the policy, for the data collection rule association and installation on those machines, we would go to policy and then remediation. Machines which does not have the agent and the DCR association, we can manually start the installation by using remediation task for the existing VMs. For that, we'll select the policy for which we want to start the remediation. I'll go to configure Linux machines to be associated with the data collection rule. So I'll click on this one, and then you can select the resource count for which it's going to take action. I'll choose 4 and then remediate. Next, I'll go to agent installation as well. Before enabling that, we would need to have a system based identity. To enable that, we'll go to Linux machine. And now we have enabled for all the machines. I'll go back to policy and then remediation. So the whole point for this user-based identity for Windows and Linux separate policy was to make you understand how this both works and how it can impact your work process. For Windows, we don't need to manually enable that, but for Linux we need to, because we are using the system-based identity, and for system-based identity that we can create when the VM is created or after the creation, right? Now we have enabled this already, the DCR association for Linux. Next is to install the agent. For that, we'll go to Linux virtual machine, or I'll simply search for Linux and then Linux virtual machine agent with system based identity authentication. I'll scroll down. So the remediation task got created successfully, and other one, the Linux virtual machine agent, and then remediate. Similarly for Windows Virtual Machine Association, right? And similarly for agent installation as well. So we have run the remediation for the data collection rule association and the agent, and it will take its own due time for the completion. And the remediation will work only for the resources which are not compliant or the resources which were created already before creating the policy. Now we'll wait for the remediation task to take effect, and then we'll check on the machines if the agent is installed, and then finally the workspace. So in the compliance, we can see which machines are compliant for the policy and which are not. And when you're working with this policy, you will see that Windows policy will show you both Windows and Linux machines together. That is why you see 5 virtual machines, in which 3 are Linux and 2 are Windows. But in Linux, we are only going to see the Linux virtual machine, and shortly we'll see the machine as compliant. So we can see it for the Linux machine, we have 100% compliant, meaning in this initiative, all the policies are in effect. And if we go back and check the data collection rule, we would see the machines associated to this data collection rule. So we have the 5 machines, right? 2 Windows and 3 Linux, all associated successfully from the policy. And then let's go to the workspace to see if we can see the logs and the event of both Linux and Windows. So if you search for event and then computer, currently the logs are collecting. Let's check for syslog, and till we are seeing 1 machine. Let's wait for some time. So after 5 minutes, we can see the data, and we can see all our 3 machines and the data collecting, right? So this was the demo for Windows and Linux, and how we can automatically install the agent and associate the data collection rule. And instead of configuring monitoring VM by VM, you can enforce it across your entire environment. Give a like and subscribe if you like this video, and see you in the next one.